It's been a while since I've done an update, so I figured I'd. It's not the prettiest, but I figured I'd show what's going on. Things are mostly samey, but I mean, some things have changed. So I guess I'll start with the fun stuff. So the plants, I moved the Riparium up again, so I've been very unkind to this plant in particular. It's I ripped it off of its previous spot, split it 3 ways, replanted it, ripped it off the wall, planted it again. So I think this is the best spot for it just because it has a nice little shelf it can sit on top of, and the roots will be just a little drier, which, I mean, this one's doing fantastic. So that was my proof of concept, and this is doing great now. Because this one used to be planted like further down on like the bottom end of the wall, and it was just, I mean, it was like over here in like the waterfall runoff area, and it was just so drenched and wasn't growing at all. And you know, like a couple of months, like 2 months after I moved this thing, it's just exploding. So hopefully this one will do better. The air plant is doing pretty amazing. It's gotten very big. When I got it, it was like that large. Now it's like that large, so it's getting chunky. This thing, I forget the name of it. I think it doesn't like being so damp. Like it was originally kind of spread down here, but these ones in this area all died back. I think just because it's too much water runoff. But now that it's like escaping from the runoff, it's doing better. It just finished flowering. That's a spent flower, and that's a new growth node right here. It's a new leaf that's coming up, so that's good to see. This is a big change. That was originally down there, and I think it was just too shaded and too wet, so I kind of moved it back in the corner where the roots are still going to be like lightly moist, but not like sopping wet, and it's rewarding me with I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but a new leaf is coming up. And I think I saw another new one further inside the plant, but the camera's not going to get to that. But yeah, the moss is overrun this whole area. I've given up on planting other stuff in here. It's just not in the cards. It just gets choked up by the moss. I took some clippings of my mother plant and stuck them here, and I'm expecting these to kind of like explode and fill in this whole area here. That'll be nice, like having these two just fill in that area. That'll be really nice. Moved another crypt up here. I figured that could use some. I ripped out a whole bunch of moss. Like this whole front section was just a giant waterfall cascade of green, and it was choking and smothering everything else out. So I just came in, I just tore huge chunks out. I tore like a 2-inch wad of green off the top of there, and well, now you can see stuff is starting to come back after being literally blanketed to death. So that's good. I need to maintain my moss more often. I have this weird spiderwebby. I don't know if it's an algae or it's some sort of like pest insect that's making it. I think it might actually be an algae. I haven't seen any insect that looked to be making it, so I'm hoping it's just some sort of weird algae and it'll just stick to those areas. I've been keeping an eye on it, but it's been behaving for the past couple of months, so fingers crossed. Other than that, water area, the crypts have finally figured out where the water surface is, so they're really starting to get their leaves up and out. And hopefully maybe someday I'll have cryptocoryne flowers coming out of the water. I think that would be quite nice. But yeah, that's all that's been going on with this. It's mostly the same, minor updates. Yeah, it's just been running pretty good. Thanks for watching.